Right now, we have finished building the whole model for UK housing markets. We checked each function. It seems every function works okay. But as a whole, how do we verify whether the whole model works as we expected? We can change the different parameters and run the whole model and see the results. But it seems that the results is every time is vary to some extent, and we don't know whether certain outcome can verify the whole model or not. So how do we do it? One way to verify the model, according to the textbook by Yuri uh, Walensky, is that uh, given we already know some complex phenomenon, some complex pattern, emergence pattern, which is well observed, and we know that is the case, then maybe we can try to simulate that particular pattern with our model. For example, suppose given other parameters fixed, in the middle of simulation, we ask the population to decrease. We ask the the newcomer population to decrease by 50% and see how the price behave. So ideally, if every year there is 10% of population come into this city, and in the middle of the simulation, suddenly only half of population enter the city, what would that affect the price? Um, the natural outcome should be because there's 50% less of newcomers coming into the city, therefore there's less demand, so the price should fall. And according to these two graphs right here, we introduced the income population, the newcomer, to drop from 10% to 5%. And we do observe about 200, just right after 200 ticks. The sell price and the sold price dropped. Also right here, we see that the median price versus median income has dropped, which means the median house price dropped, whereas the income does not drop. Okay, so it seems, it seems our model in this situation did produce an outcome that the price dropped. So we can see the other way round. When the incomers, the newcomers, increase by 50% from 5% to 10%, see whether the price was shooting up. Let's have a look. Now, in this simulation, first of all, we set the income rate to be 5%. And when the whole simulation running to 200, the total simulation is 400. When it's running to 200 in the middle of the simulation, we raise the entry rate to be 10%, so it's a 50% jump. A 50% rise. We'll see how the model behaves. And we can see right here about the sell price and the sold price. We see that when it comes to about 200, the price is around here, about 30,000. And after 200 it is rising very fast, all the way to 80,000, something from 70 to 80,000. And then the price kind of stable around it, slightly decrease a little bit, but in general it's rise a lot, okay? When population suddenly rise a lot. Also, the median house price divided by median income, we see that from 200 right here, it does rise significantly. However, later, the house price kind of dropped. Why it dropped? First of all, it rises because there's more demand, less supply. But later it drops. Does it mean that there's more supply of houses now, therefore the price drop? We don't know. But it seems the outcome satisfy uh, the well-observed phenomenon, which means our model can simulate the similar patterns. That's a good sign for our verification purpose.